everybody, and welcome back to Whimsicraft Season 2. So, it's been a while since our last video. It's very nice to meet you all again. That is because I had to send my device for repair. So, yeah, because it had some sort of boot issue. I couldn't get it, all that kind of stuff, technical, and I couldn't, I had to send it for repair. And that's why I didn't really had the chance to go and record any videos or make any builds and those sort of stuff. But now that I finally got it back, I can continue work. So before I ended up going on a short hiatus, I made these little cracks on the ground to make the to seem like craters, sort of to represent some sort of erosion in the ground since like it's all radiation and all that kind of stuff. Also did some armor stand work that I took inspiration of from Corrales on Hermitcraft. Yeah, these are all actually just armor stand bodies. They're just spread out like that. Oh, I actually forgot to lock it. I should actually go and do that. But yeah, this base is actually coming quite well together. We will have to speed things up though because we are quite behind on progress. What I think I'm gonna do right now is actually gonna work on the storage room because while I have everything on the item frames, there's nothing in here. So everything is still at the old hobbit hole over there. So yeah, I just might just need to do a bit of moving. So yeah, why don't we just do that real quick and I'll get back at you. Okay, now that we are finally done organizing all of our stuff, it makes preparing the materials for the next build much more easier. That is going to be worked on later in the video today. But before we do any of that, I feel like I should catch you guys up to speed on what's been happening around spawn and the port area. So if any of you remember correctly, the one of the last episodes, we actually went to go and vote for the candidates for mayor. So yeah, I feel like I missed the speech on it. I feel like they had it at the Whimsicraft stage over there. Yeah, so Crumb I think ended up being the mayor the of the server, and I think the port master is no more. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he got banished into the far lands or something. I don't know. God knows. Now with the mayor being my sort of base partner, I was wondering maybe this would be a good way I can, benefit from this. I don't know what kind of perks the mayor being the mayor give, but I'm sure there is some. And now being the mayor's closest neighbor, even a base mate, I feel like, we can work something out. Now I think it's time to actually go back to business and continue working on our base. So if you guys underground here, I built a temporary wheat farm you know to get me all the wheat I need for the packed mud. This is gonna be removed soon. It's like I said, it's temporary. So yep, it will be destroyed. I think it will be covered up and all that kind of stuff. Crumb actually took the task on designing our underground lab. So yeah, we are excited. I'm excited to see what he has done in in the upcoming future and what we are working on. Oh my goodness, almost passed away there. Okay, now what we, MrCakeness, is working on is over here, the city. So technically, me and Crumb switched roles. I was working there, and now he's working there. He was working here, and I'm working here. So right now there's only one building here. That means we have to. I mean, not so much of a city is there. So that does mean that we have to continue developing it. obviously Chrome has been a dear by making rules for us, so this makes it much more easier to actually uh put the houses or buildings where they're supposed to be. And I think I'm gonna work on a small plot over here. So yeah, I think my idea is we'll start off small for now. We are going to be making a small shop so we can get a better idea of what, to build um in the future. It's like more of a reference, it's like a small start. Well, I don't do this very often, but I made a small little cute prototype for y'all to see before I actually get uh start building in this. Oh, I didn't bother finishing it because I knew I was gonna tear it down anyways. But I think what I'm gonna do is take a screenshot, and I think so I know where at least the idea of where blocks go, and I think I will get started from there. So without further ado, let's get this build started, and I will see you on the flip side. Okay, the build is pretty much done, but I don't. This is one of my more, I would say, one of my more simple builds that I've made, and like, oh yeah, the back is unfinished. I didn't put much work to where that is because this is supposed to be connected to another building. So yeah, making putting stuff here would just cause more um trouble. So there is a bit of an issue here. Yeah, there are some holes that we cannot cover up. So I have an idea. We take spruce planks, no spruce stairs, sorry, and we just like basically just cover this up. There you go. Yeah. So the theme of this is basically like a abandoned shop or something, which I could actually turn to make into a real shop. I don't think. I mean, who even cares if the shop is at the actual area or not? So yeah, I think there's gonna be another building here. That's why I didn't put too much work over here. Oh wait, no, no, I might. Okay, I might decorate this part a little. I just don't know what yet. And for this area, I actually plan to be a bit lazy. Um, I plan to make this like a unwalkable door by just putting the stone bricks like that. And if you go from outside, it looks like an actual entrance door. Instead of being able to walk through, because I mean like climbing through the windows is normal, right? Definitely. And maybe like we can make this be the wall so it doesn't look too weird. Oh, then it defeats the purpose of the stairs over there. But making it like this kind of limits what we can do with the interior. Obviously, the space would be so much more smaller. So I don't know, I'll think about it. I might just remove this and make it a proper interior. Although I do think that the door looks cool though. I really like the door here. Okay, so I removed the stone bricks wall for now. I might add it back later, but now I decided to, maybe not gatekeep my process of doing interiors and actually add one to the shop whilst I'm building. So everybody, I decided it would be easier if I were to do this whilst I'm in the creative world. First, I think we can start off the interior by adding a stone floor with a bit of couple of textures using cobble and andesite. Okay, now that we have achieved that very simple look, I think we can move on to the other interiors. So I decided that this would be a shop selling food and drinks. So yep, the normal. So I think every shop must have some sort of place where um a person can wash their hands. So we will definitely need that, and obviously a small workstation area for them to prepare their food and all that kind of stuff. I think next what we can make is a simple shelf to put stuff on. So we can just do something simple like this. Yeah, I think that looks great. I think the only problem is that you can't put stuff on top, you can only put stuff on the bottom, so it's like a one-story shelf. So I feel like over here, our little cashier needs a place to sit, so we can put like can design a small little chair for them while they can rest while they serve their customers. And in this back corner, we don't have anything to put, so I think we can just decorate it with some pots here and there. I usually like to put flower pots on top of pots for some. Oh wait, not that. Oh god, how do I do this? Uh, there we go. I don't know. I just like that small little thing that they add over there. Can put one some on the ground as well. Yeah, I think with that done, we have pretty much our interior settled with. So I think now all we need to do is just put this in our actual build. Okay, so here is everybody. I also made some changes. I also made like some like a very cute face on the hanging sign over here. Is to like I think it's to represent someone eating and all that. The cheeks are full, and over here is our cashier. I also did some extra decorations inside. I changed the shelves a bit. I decided to do this design over the previous one, and added a lantern. We have a bread here. I might add some armor stands. Oh wait, there's been a tripwire hook here. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Also added a fern and a dead bush to the pots over here as well. Hello. Now with that, I think we have done all we wanted to do for today's episode. This didn't seem like a long one. I do apologize for that. Well, there just really isn't much to put in the video nowadays, so I'll try my best to come up with more for you guys. Yeah, no, I think this episode was more of like a small return to what I've been doing. I think next episode I obviously want to develop more of this city, make some more buildings over at the back here and over here to make sure I finish this line, this area of buildings where I'm standing at. Anyways, yeah, today's episode I would say was a success. I managed to move in my entire storage from Hobbit Hole to over here, so everything is much more organized. I don't have to fly back and forth for random stuff now. Also makes a lovely shop and its interior on the same episode as well. In the future, I think I also plan to make an actual shop somewhere here. So if you're at this, please do let me know. Maybe in the city, somewhere I can put something that's sells a service or an item, preferably an item. I think, yeah, that would be nice. Everybody, I think it's time to end it off here for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.